Hey everybody, it's Eddie J on Crypto. Hope you're having a great day. Here's where we actually break down most of the topics, if not all of the topics that I covered during the Crypto Minute. And there is a lot. So let's see if we can rifle through this. So remember I told you that Judge Failla had a whole bunch of questions with regard to, the clarity that, the SEC brings to the public and and actually questions whether or not they can do their job, which is to protect investors. In that vein, my question is, why would Gary Gensler get in front of Congress and actually say he has concerns over how Ripple marketed, past tense, XRP? We have concerns over the lack of clarity that his agency brings. Oh, but I guess that doesn't matter because, nothing's a security. I know I'm overstating right there. Most things are not securities. However, if he needs to operate in this space, which I think there is a space for the SEC to do, I think that he should be on the hook for supplying clarity to the space and helping the space remain legal, not try to use underhanded tactics to kind of circumvent what we think are things that are set in place with regard to how the SEC should be operating above board. Secondly, for me, I would appreciate an audit of the agency. Don't get me wrong. They thought they had a case against Ripple. I'm not mad about them thinking they had a case. I'm mad about how they, went about enforcing that case or bringing that case. I'm upset about how they handled the public announcements. I'm upset about how they affected business without guilt by Ripple. I'm upset about all those things, but that doesn't just go against Ripple, it goes and went against a lot of companies. You were guilty until proven innocent is how they went about doing their business. For me, an audit should be necessary to look at how much money did you spend to bring some of these cases that now might be seen as frivolous given, a lot of these assets that you're going after are not securities. So overly broad, they should have been more focused. Don't get me wrong. I think that there are securities violations that have happened within the crypto space. But in that broad stroke that the SEC took, I don't think so. Hence, I think they should be audited. Next step up, Nasdaq. September 22nd of last year is when I announced that, or when they announced that they are going to offer custodial services to institutions. Hooray, that's awesome, blah, blah, blah. Here we are in July of 2023, and they're saying, nah, we're not going to do that. Nope. And I kind of knew that was coming. Why? Because there's been nothing. No whispers, jack. Not an announcement of a new customer, nothing. That's how you know. So the second shoe lands, and it's a big nothing burger, right? Looking at Nasdaq, truth be told, it would have been a great move had they done this a while ago. They're citing regulatory concerns, and I'm sitting back and I'm going, after Ripple, you're still citing regulatory concerns? You're Nasdaq. Regulation is your business. As much as they're regulated, they might as well be. I would have thought that it would have been easy. They're probably, we don't know, that make it difficult. I get it. But I think Nasdaq is making a smart move, not necessarily the best move. I think perhaps if it was me, I'd want to slow down on those operations, dig in a little bit more. But if I'm Nasdaq, what I'm really going to do is I'm going to say, it might be easier for companies like Coinbase to get into my business than it is for me to get into their business. Hence, I had better do something to get into their business. That's just me. Ripple makes a move, and they're introducing Ripple Liquidity Hub. That enables enterprise customers to better manage their digital assets, right? In a multi-asset world, multi digital asset world, you kind of need to know where your liquidity needs to be. Think about companies that might be doing custodial services. See where this is going? Okay. So institutional investors, enterprise businesses, they need to make sure that they have enough liquidity to handle whatever might come. That's kind of a big deal. That's kind of a very much big deal. So for me, Ripple is maintaining their momentum, possibly even building. Hence, you're seeing an upward momentum in Ripple's price, or XRP's price. Forge is a subsidiary of Societe Generale. Societe Generale is France's third largest bank. Forge is the first digital asset service provider in France. So they went through the whole registration process, and now they've obtained their license. That license is going to help them as they move forward with becoming compliant with the new MiCA regulations that are coming. That to me is more than just a big deal, right? So I can see how things are coming. I can see how it's going. You have, blockchain arms of banks that are doing things. This is how banks are going to get around not being allowed to do anything or being stifled from doing something in that space. They'll say, well, we have a subsidiary that'll do it, that'll get into crypto. This is a smart move, and it's a big move. That's a bold move. Anyway, just think about the investment that comes along with all that. That's what I'm saying. Okay. Next up, huge shakeup at Sequoia Capital. A while ago, I told you that they were distancing themselves or chopping off. Here's the China and India arm. Go about your business. We're going to extract ourselves from that. Now you have, I think, like 6 or 7 partner departures. One partner is going over to Sequoia Heritage, a fund or firm that he started. I think they have like $18 billion in assets under management. He's fine. There are like 5 or 6 other departures that are happening at the partner level as well. This all stems, maybe not all, but a lot of it stems because of the FTX debacle. That's still ongoing. So I think what's going on at Sequoia is we're going to reshape our business model. We're going to reshape our leadership. And we're going to start to dig in. And we're going to rebuild our name. Remember, Sequoia was a huge investor in the crypto space. And I think they want to return to that mark. We'll see what happens as we move forward. Polygon's got some stuff going on. They're actually reshaping their governance model. They're going to introduce what they're calling the 3 governance pillars, right? So that's their treasury, that's smart contracts, and the core development model. The core piece of the protocol. That's actually huge, because what they're also saying along with this is that we want to be more decentralized. So they're moving into a model that's akin to Ethereum, which is highly decentralized. Yes, you have a couple of developers that'll come out there, especially Vitalik Buterin. But that could be a very big deal for Polygon as they start to pivot toward the future, and in a major fashion. Another team that's moving in that same kind of direction, or in terms of moving toward the future, is Solana. Solana is trying to reach out hard to Ethereum developers. And what did they do? They introduced Solang. Solang is a compiler that is compatible with Ethereum's Solidity language. That's right. Now think about this. Develop in Solidity, compile it using Solang, and now you've got a project that can exist on Solana, and another project, if you wanted to, exist on Ethereum. That's going to open up the door to a lot of developers for Solana, and that's what they need. That's literally what they need. So that's a good move. That's a very good move. So for me, I'm sitting back and I'm just saying to myself, good guys. Good guys. I'd be looking at that. Anyway, you know what we should do? We should look at the numbers, which seem to be up today. and up in a pretty good fashion. So I'm happy about that. Let's take a look at the losers first. On this loser list, let's see if there are any names here that really catch my attention. There's nothing here that's really capturing my attention. You can see how far down we are, and you're in the zero range. Think about that. This is the bottom. This is the bottom of the barrel, and you're looking at zeros there in terms of the 25 top 25 losers. Top 25 winners, I don't know who this company is, but when you look at Stellar being up 22%, that's a very big deal. All right. Maybe it was, the Eddie factor, because I mentioned them yesterday and how much I actually do like Stellar, and how Stellar is similar to XRP, but is geared more toward retail, whereas XRP is definitely geared toward more institutional. Then you have Chainlink, something else that I love that I spoke about the other day. So I don't know, maybe I'm having a little bit of effect. I have a tiny little audience. It's funny. It's a joke. Chainlink is up 18%. Right? That's actually a very big deal. XDC, very institutional, up 12%. Something I do have my eye on. I am paying attention to that. I'm actually thinking about taking the top 100, coins and doing little write-ups on each one of the coins. Let me know what you think about that idea. I think that could actually be fun. Let's see who else is on here. Polygon up 7%. You think? Who else is on here that I'm paying attention to? Doge up 6%. I think the last time I checked, they are at currently 7.3 cents. That's a big deal because remember they were down in the six point something cents. So that's a nice big move for Doge. I just don't know why. I wouldn't be able to tell you why they moved that much. Maybe it's just time, and the altcoins are starting to catch up to Bitcoin. Don't know. Optimism is up 6%. That's a good deal. And there's nothing else on here. Polkadot, 5% move. That's actually good news for Polkadot. I'm not mad about that. And then we come over to the big board and you can see Ethereum is up at 1918. Cool. Bitcoin is above 30,000. I told you, 30,000 seems to be a big time floor. I know I have my $28,028. That $28,28 is the bottom. That's for me, that's the bottom. But the new established floor really is $30,000. That's something to think about. Let's take a look at this chart. Here on TradingView, you can see I keep telling you I have my little band, my little green band here between 26,475 and 31,580. That's cool, but we're still bouncing around this space. I want it to be bouncing around here. As you can tell, we dipped a bit lower for a while. Now we're back up. I need it to continue going up. And things don't go straight up usually, right? They bounce their way up. That's what I'm expecting. I'm expecting as time goes forward, we're going to get more and more good news, and we're going to keep going in that direction. In terms of stored value, this is where you need to be. For me, this is where you need to be. Let's see, DeFi Llama, 57.322, down from 58 billion a while ago, but that's total value locked. Not mad about that, actually. Fear and Greed Index, we're at 56. 56, that's actually not bad. It really is not bad. Again, the way I'm looking at investing in crypto is dollar cost averaging. $10, $5, $50, $1,000, $10,000, whatever your number is, a little bit at a time. A little bit at a time. I used to tell my mom, who used to smoke, I told her, if you take a pack of cigarettes, take the value of that money that you spend on a pack of cigarettes, take that and put it towards something else. Take that and put it in a bank, mutual funds, whatever. That little bit of money does add up. Never look down on how much money you can put away. Never say, oh, I don't have enough to save. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You don't need that bag of chips that's $1.50 now out of that machine. You can take that $1.50, put it away. Little moves equate to big moves over time. Do it. Just saying. That's how I teach my kids how to save. They look back now when I used to tell them, oh, we're going to take some of that birthday money, some of that Christmas money, some of that whatever money, and we're going to put it in a bank for you, or we're going to do this for you, blah, blah, blah. Now they're looking at it and they're going, oh, wow, I got a couple of pennies to put down on a car. Oh, okay. So just pay attention. All right. Again, if you have questions, let me know. I like to learn things. Drop me a note. Anyway, have a good one.